Welcome back to Movies with Victoria, where we look beyond the screen and explore the stories that stay with us. We all watch Anora for the fairy tale, but we left out at the credit roll thinking about those final 30 seconds. Why did a simple act of kindness cause such a violent emotional breakdown? We all went into this thinking it was a modern day Cinderella story. A girl from New York meets a prince, the son of a wealthy Russian and they elope to Vegas and get married there. It is glamorous, it is fast, and it feels like a dream. But as we know on this channel, the most powerful stories are the ones that peel back the layers of the dream to show us the raw human truth underneath. Today, I want to dive deep into that ending because if you're like me, those final 30 seconds didn't just touch my heart, they broke it. Now, let's talk about why the most painful thing Annie experienced was not the heartbreak, but a simple act of kindness. To understand the ending, we have to understand Annie. Annie's toughness is her shield. She lives in a world where everything is a transaction. She's a dancer, a sex worker. She's used to men wanting something from her. When she meets Vanya, she thinks she has finally hit a jackpot. She thinks his love is her reward. But notice how she was still fighting for survival even while with Vanya. Because the moment the luxury is stripped away, she's treated like an object again. For most of this movie, Annie is in survival mode. And when you're in survival mode, you can't afford to be vulnerable. You can't afford to fail. The celebrity lifestyle aspect of the film gets really interesting. The film shows us the world of infinite wealth, private jets, mansion in the hills, but it shows us how empty it is. Vanya is a prince, but he's also a coward. He bails the moment things get difficult. The tragedy of the story is not that the marriage fails, it is that Annie actually started to believe in the story. She thought she was being seen, but to Vanya's family, she was just a problem to be embraced. On this channel, we love stories that stay with us. And what stays with me here is the realization that Annie was lonelier with Vanya than she was before. She was surrounded by people, but no one was actually looking at her except for one person, Igor. So now, let's talk about that final scene. It is quiet, it is snowing. Annie is being driven home by Igor, one of the men who was sent to break up her marriage. But throughout the chaos, Igor was the only one who showed her a shred of humanity. He didn't laugh at her. He didn't treat her like a trash. He just watched over her. When they get to her house, Annie does the only thing she knows how to say thank you. She tries to make it a transaction. She initiates sex. It is heartbreaking because she thinks that's the only value she has left to offer. But Igor stops her, and then he just hugs her. Not a lustful hug, but the kind that says, it's okay, everything will be fine. And that is the moment she loses it. She has a violent suffering breakdown. Why? Because kindness is the only thing she wasn't prepared for. Anger she can handle, rejection she can handle, but being seen as a human being worthy of care, that destroyed her shield. It forced her to finally feel how much she had actually lost. I have to mention Mikey Madison here. Her performance is why this movie is incredible. To stay in that level of emotional intensity for a whole film is amazing. She won the Oscar for this, and it's so well deserved. She talked in interviews about how that final scene was mostly improvised in terms of the raw emotion. She felt Annie's exhaustion, and as viewers, we feel it too. It's a reminder that no matter how much money or celebrity status is worth, at the end of the day, we all just want to be held by someone who is not asking for anything in return. Anora is not just a movie about a girl and a rich kid. It is a story about the cost of toughness and the power of being seen. It's a film that definitely touches the heart, and for me, it's one that will stay with me for a long time. But I want to hear from you. How did that ending make you feel? Did you find it hopeful, or was it just too painful to watch? Let's talk about it in the comments below. If you are looking for your next favorite movie that hits just as hard as this one, make sure to subscribe to Movies with Victoria for more.